Hey Libra, how are you? It's me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. This week we are gonna do your read with the Light Seers Tarot, and then I think we're gonna pull from the Starseed Oracle too for you as well, which is a very pretty deck. And we are in Libra season now. Hello, how you doing? Happy birthday to all my Libras out there. Energetically, there's a few things that are going on for you right now. Normally I don't film this late at night. I normally don't film at night at all. But my work schedule's a little funny right now. And I sat down and I thought about that and I go, oh, well, times they are a-changin'. And that Bob Dylan song came up in my head. Times they are a-changin'. So maybe that's a song for you. Also, the light's been popping off. The light's popping off a little bit. And it made me think of my mom, my grandmother on my mother's side. She is one of my guardian angels that likes to mess with the lights. And I was thinking, I was like, Mom, I was like, do you want me to tell them about you? Do you want me to tell them about you? Because I feel like my mom has something to say to you. It's like a weird, that normally doesn't happen like that. Yeah. And I was like, do you want me to tell them about you? And then the fan started spinning. So I'm going to take that as a yes. So before we even get into your spread, I didn't know my mom very well for very long. She passed away when I was very, very little. And from what everyone's told me, she was a real tough cookie. But she was also someone that had been through a lot of really, really heavy stuff in her life. Yes. And so it's one of those things that, after her passing, everyone always talks about kind of, how much of a hard ass she was, but nobody ever takes into consideration what she had to go through. And that's something I always think about, that my mom never got enough credit. Nobody ever speaks of her virtues, right? Purely only of her vices. And so I think that might be something that you're going through, Libra, that coming into your season, coming into your birthday, coming into your own element, your own energy, that I think that you maybe have been giving yourself a hard time. I was thinking of that when I was driving on my way home, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I shouldn't get, and I was like, Lauren, why are you being so hard on yourself? I was like, when you're so critical of yourself, when you're so hard on yourself, that makes you harder on other people too. And then so that with my mom, it made me think, it all kind of comes in, and then times they are changing. So maybe you're giving yourself a break this season, Libra. You're just allowing yourself to just be. Now I'm hearing that let it be. The beetles have been coming through a lot. And I saw a beetle outside the other day. Okay. And beetles as an animal totem also represent the magic works through you, right? So it's you're working your own magic right now, Libra. That's really beautiful. It's a perfect time in your birthday season to do so. Also, cinnamon. Cinnamon is coming through for you as well. Cinnamon represents passion, prosperity, abundance, and I keep seeing pepper packets everywhere, and pepper is always a smell that I associate with my pop, who was married to my mama and my pop. And so, pepper and cinnamon, they're spices. Oh, and I saw something at work that said spice it up, # spice it up. Okay, so Libra, you're spicing it up, you're getting into your own element. Says it's all coming together for me now. Times are changing. It's like a Spice Girl song. Spice up your life if you're having a good time. It's all right. Maybe that's what you're telling yourself right now, Libra. It's all right. Spice up your life. It's your birthday. Give yourself a break. Let yourself just be who you are. Stop always criticizing yourself so much, right? Of all the times, your birthday season, give yourself a break. So, yeah, that was a lot of energy. There's 4 minutes of energy that came through for you. Woo! It's like a party. It's like a Libra party in here, right? I'm gonna see club, dance lights coming in. Oh, look at this split. Look, you have the 5 of Pentacles, and then you have the 7 of Swords in your split. It's getting away from this very melancholy, out in the cold feeling. You're spicing it up. You're heating things up for yourself. Maybe things are just heating up for you. October is bringing in a lot of Jupiter energy. We talked about that in the Libra new season energy video, and how Jupiter is an expander. It's Jupiter. If Saturn likes discipline, Jupiter likes to gift, right? So it's your Jupiter's giving you a little bit of a birthday gift this month, Libra. So that's really nice. It's going to allow you to kind of feel yourself a little bit, flex in your little Libra energy a little bit. And Libras, are they like harmony, but they like beauty. You're ruled by Venus. You like love, right? You like things that are pretty. like the Star Oracle or the Star Seed deck Oracle. All these decks have crazy names. So I just want to, let's see what's going on with you, Libra. I'm a rising Libra, so I'm feeling a little bit of this spicy energy as well. Okay, so first two cards out, you have the Five of Wands, and then you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is what we're coming out of, Libra. This is a very, like, socially competitive kind of energy, right? A little bit of that Hunger Games, a little bit of, like, people stepping on each other in order to get to the top, in order to reach their, it could be the same goal, right? At a job, could be, you know, people kind of all aiming for one particular person in terms of like suitors, could be in the industry you work at. It could just be everybody. This fire could represent something different to each of you, but just trying to climb like the social ladder of life, right? And then Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles is about like an equal give and take. It's that reciprocal energy, 3 and 3, that balance, right? And in reverse, it's that in somehow playing these reindeer games, playing these reindeer games, you've realized that not only are you not like getting what you want, you're not getting out of the situations, the relationships, whatever it may be for you, it's very general, that you're putting in, you're not getting out what you're putting in. But I'm also getting that it's like, it's taken something from yourself. Maybe it's taken a little bit of your spice. Maybe it's taken a little bit of what your energy consists of, right? Justice, harmony, beauty, balance. It's like stolen. It's like in playing these reindeer games, it's like you've forgotten that you're Rudolph. It's a little bit, I'm getting like the Grinch with Jim Carrey and he dresses up the dog as Rudolph and he like gets all mad and just like plops his little nose off. It's that kind of energy. It's almost like, I don't want to do this anymore because it's like taking too much. It's like taking all the fun out of life. It's taking all the fun out of me. Let's see what else we got, Libra. How funny. Yeah, I feel like my mama wants to give you like a good talking to. Interesting. Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then you have out the Ten of Cups, and then you have out the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is interesting. So again, the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is talking about not feeling emotionally fulfilled and also not feeling emotionally open, probably as a reaction to overpouring, right? Extending too much energy into other people, places, and things as opposed to pouring it into ourselves. So instead of having that open, free, expansive like energy that we love from Jupiter, it's almost like your head's underwater. Your head's been a little bit underwater, and it seems like it's been about a Ten of Cups situation. So this could be a little bit about romance, right? I'm almost getting like going around the merry-go-round, like it's a little Willy Wonka sort of energy over here. But this could also be something that is just a pursuit that you have that is very emotionally fulfilling. You put a lot of love into this thing. This usually does represent a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to as well. But I'm almost getting, it's like it's taken you on such a ride in the past that it's put you in this competitive energy where it's like you weren't getting what you wanted out of it to begin with, and that left you feeling like your head's a little bit underwater. And the Three of Wands is about not only like looking off to the horizons, taking on new pursuits, new passions, new paths, but also like incorporating other people into that as well. It's a little bit of that delegation, passing the baton energy a little bit. In reverse, I think it's kind of, you're in a place where you realize that in order to get what you want, Libra, you're gonna really have to pour all this energy, this intention, this love back into yourself. You have to become your own Ten of Cups right now, right? You can't like pass the baton off to anyone else, in the sense of you can't be like, I'm feeling low, I'm feeling depressive. Remember we had that Five of Pentacles come out in the split, right? We can't do the Seven of Swords. We can't like run away from our feelings. We have to figure out why we're feeling what we're feeling, right? We have to grow through what we're going through. We realize that we can't just use other people or situations, right, as band-aids to make us feel like we're in a Ten of Cups situation, because it kind of just takes us on a wild ride, and then we start feeling like we're suffocating, like emotionally suffocating in that situation. And that goes against your energy. It goes against your essence of balance, justice, beauty, harmony, things being in flow, right? And you're an air sign, so it's also things making sense. I think you're hitting a point where you realize that like, this doesn't make sense for me to do this anymore. Six of Pentacles, I'm not, King of Swords just came out. It's like you're making this very logical decision now. You're like, no, I have to be very discerning. I have to be a little bit more self-disciplined with myself, with my heart. But also I'm feeling in other areas of your life as well. So you might be like doing some kind of cleanse or like a sober October, which might be hard for your birthday seasons. I know Libras like to turn up, you know, but you could be deciding to like cut out sugar or, you know, start working out, because Libras are also, they like things that are pretty, like pretty Libras, like they like aesthetics, they like things to look nice. And sometimes, you know, it's a little bit of like wash that man right out of your hair energy. It's like when you're feeling a little low or you're feeling a little like in a slump, sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go get a new outfit. I'm gonna get my hair cut. I'm gonna do my nails. Like I'm gonna get up some new sneakers, a sneakerhead. I'm getting sneakerhead. Okay, maybe you're dealing with sneakerhead or you are a sneakerhead. It's something like that. It's like putting like a fresh coat of paint on something, even if you're in the same place, you're in the same environment, you're dealing with the same situation. Something like a fresh coat of paint that just makes you feel like a little fresher. And I was gonna use the Rider-Waite for your spread, and it's like a very traditional deck, and I was like, no, I'm gonna use the Light Seers Tarot because that's young and that's fresh. Very similar to the Virgo reading that I just did. I did the same thing for Virgo, and we are just coming out of Virgo season. So there could be a little bit of that like rollover energy that you're dealing with. Okay, oh, the moon. The moon just popped out. Trying to figure out why you feel underwater, because here you are, again, submerged. But I noticed that there's like a direct light coming from your eyes directly to the moon, which gives me the impression that you're not running away from the things that you don't understand. You're actually leaning into them and trying to figure out what it is about them, like either what it is about them that you don't understand, and if you can find clarity for yourself as a form of bringing yourself justice in, or examining them to realize like some things are better left unknown. Some secrets don't need to be solved. Like it's that kind of thing. Like sometimes it's better for you not to know, you know, like maybe you're looking at a situation that turned out to like not be the 10 of Cups, and it wasn't a reciprocal give and take, and it was very competitive, and whatever that may be. A little bit like the Pisces power struggle reading that I just did, and being like, you know what? It's better if I don't figure out what the hell went wrong in that situation, because it's just going to drain me of even more energy, and I need it right now to fill myself up, because I want to feel good, and I want to feel pretty, and I want to feel like in balance for myself. It would be an injustice to you to kind of try and solve other people's problems, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we have the 8 of Swords out, and then we have the 10 of Swords. Something that happens in the tarot a lot is the 8 always leads to the 10, right? Because 8 is a working number, and 10 is a completion number. So you always work towards completion. So what this is telling me is like you've had yourself tied up a lot, but this card in particular, there's a self-reflection. I think you're realizing in doing this, in coming into your logical energy, being a little bit more discerning, right? That you're actually like quite free. You're quite free, and that all of these restrictions, all of this competitive energy, right? It's like crows in your ear, anxiety, negative thoughts, like any of that. It's all just like a projection of your inner fears, right? Of your inner fears. It's just a projection and a reflection that, in fact, like you have all the tools that you need, right? Queen of Swords energy to be able to cut yourself loose of this, because actually there isn't as much tying you up as you think that there is. And in doing so, then you have out this 10 of Swords. This is a completion energy. And the thing I love about this card is, again, you're free. There's no knives in your back. You're standing on a new horizon, watching the sunset. And these crows, instead of being attached to any more anxieties, any of this stuff, they're flying away from you. It's a really, really beautiful energy. And then you have it followed up by the Knight of Pentacles, which is, again, it's like making those, it's like, I feel like you're harnessing a little bit of whatever's left in Virgo season, and you're taking it, because knights bring messages, right? But the Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he is, I'm saying the most professional, but he gets things done. Whatever he starts, he finishes, he completes, right? Starting a new cycle, something that's going to be stable for you. And Pentacles is a tangible energy, something to show, not like this 6 of Pentacles in reverse over here, something to show for the work and the energy and the love that you're putting into something. Again, not passing the baton, not passing blame on anyone else, figuring out what the problem is and then figuring out how to patch it up yourself. And in doing that, you move into this 2 of Cups energy. So You could, by energetically unshackling yourself from old disappointments, other people's energy. I'm also getting like Cindy from Awakening the Spirit did a reading. I forget who it was for, a few days ago, and she said something about holding on to stuff from old lovers, from old partners, old friends, whatever it may be, and how it was kind of energetically like keeping you a little bit stagnant, and that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing that happens, because when somebody gifts something to you, when you keep your ex-boyfriend's sweatpants, something like that, you know what I mean? Their energy is still attached to it. You don't realize it, but it is. And so it's like getting rid of all of it. Because, you know, I love that it's like you have one pentacle on your back, right? It's like an ace of pentacles, something new, a start, a beginning, something, a seed to plant and walk and figure out where on this new horizon you want to plant it. And in doing so, it's almost like you're releasing all of these other pentacles, all of these other things energetically from other people. Remember, cutting yourself free, because you actually are free. It's just like emotional, energetic baggage that we don't even realize we're carrying around with us. And in doing that, you get to come into this Two of Cups energy. So by doing that, maybe you've created energetic space, right? To have a Two of Cups energy come in, to kind of match and meet this 10 of Cups, what is ideal for you, something that you can have with someone and not just take you on a ride, right? It's like these times they are a-changing, but this could also be a unity of your own parts, your masculine and your feminine parts, being able to go, output, do things, right? But also be able to, in an emotional energy, be in your feminine energy, receive, allow yourself to get back what you've been putting in, even if that's just from and by yourself, right? Instead of worrying all the time, like, are they okay? Did they eat? Let me say a prayer for them. Like, no, like say a prayer over your own life today, Libra. Like, put some love back in yourself. Like, nurture that inner mother. Maybe it's like my mom, right? It's like that inner nurturing of yourself that you've been like beating yourself up so much about all your mistakes, all the things that you've been doing over the past however many long days, years, weeks, whatever it may be for you, that it's like you forgot a little bit of your virtues. And in doing that, perhaps it's put you in a competitive energy, right? Where maybe you didn't want to give so much to other people, and then in return you weren't able to receive from other people because you didn't feel like anyone even wanted to give to you. And now that you're working through that, you can come into this Two of Cups energy. It's really beautiful. I feel like this card wants to come out. Yeah, Magician in reverse. It's like coming, not wanting to feel like you can't manifest what you want. It's like almost like stubborn, like, no, I want justice for myself. I want to be at peace. I want harmony. I want beauty in my life. I want to spice it up because I'm having a good time. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Let's see what else we have for you. Yeah. Eight of Cups, followed up by the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Letting go, so that way you can go and get what you actually want. And what did you want? The Two of Cups. Union, whether it's just pieces of yourself, soul retrieval, bringing your parts back to yourself, or whether it's with another person, knowing that you weren't going to get it either where you were, but also not the way that you were going about it before, because you were trying to plug up holes with other people, places, and things, instead of figuring out like healing from like inside out and then allowing as within, so without to reflect back to you. Remember, reflections and projections. But now you're letting go of it. You're cutting yourself free. You're cutting yourself a break. You're cutting yourself loose. So that way, again, horizons, you can start a new path, something that's tangible for you by releasing fears, anxieties, emotional baggage, energetic ties, soul, whatever it may be for you. That's good. That's really good. You need the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Really making that decision. Like, I love this card because one of the pentacles she has, I almost say that these look like purses. These look like bags. Like, they look like purses to me. One, you can see, right? It almost looks like this pentacle that's on your back. And the other one's a little bit invisible, right? It's a little transparent. You can't really see. Deciding to go for something that has some hold to it, something that has some structure, and not just something that's like a little bit smoke and mirrors. So I want to get into the Starseed Oracle real quick, because I feel like they got something in here for you. Do you see, Libra? Let's see. Oh, look at this. You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. This is what we're learning. Emotional boundaries, how to not be codependent, how to not plug up emotional holes inside of ourselves with other people, places, and things. Going in, doing that self-reflection, illuminating the moon for ourselves, right? And being able to see the parts of ourselves that we need to heal so that way we can feel whole. So that way, if we do get in a 10 of cups of 2 cup situation, whatever it may be, that it's like my cup runneth over now. It's not filling up my cup. It's just the cherry on top. I love that. Let's see if there's anything else for you. That's too many. That's not correct. Oh! The cosmic heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. It's a little bit like this magician, right? This magician energy in reverse, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. We start to make motion. We start to work on ourselves. We start to build, invest in ourselves. We start to make tangible moves with this pentacle energy, right? Towards the things that we want. Actively doing that inner work so that way we can see the outer results of it. And then fall into my arms. Surrender, holding the opposite, extremes of life. Learning how to live in a little bit of that like net neutrality kind of area, right? Not super in my feminine where now I'm Queen of Cups in reverse in it, right? Overpouring, like fall into bits, but also not so far in my masculine energy that I can't give to anyone. And I'm just in like, I feel like I have to control my surroundings in order to give myself a sense of stability and structure. Falling into that middle ground, middle earth, right? So that way we can kind of yin and yang, balance, scales of justice for ourselves. And this has so much ancestral energy, right? So there could be people around you, your family members that you can like lean on during this time. They could be in flesh or they could be in spirit. But as you see, like there are people up here kind of watching you, kind of moving in and then moving out to heal you. It's a very like cyclical, loving energy in these cool, soothing waters. Like your family, your ancestors, your mom, your pop, your aunts, your uncle, whatever it may be for you, kind of coming in, whether in flesh or in spirit, to kind of let you know that they love you, that they're here for you, that like you do have support in this healing. It's like, you have to do the healing on your own, but it's like you're not doing it on your own. You have so much support here. These are all loving, cosmic heart. You got the love, falling in my arms. It's like all this pink. How much, more Libra can you get? And I'm also getting a lot of like all the pink Archangel Muriel, who is once, twice, 3 times a lady in this house, and she works on loving relationships, being compassionate, bringing more peace into our emotional body, right? I'm also getting Archangel Jophiel, who works on like pretty thoughts. I mentioned her a little bit in the Libra energy video. Pretty thoughts, right? Kind of creating a positive, energetic mind space, because then we are open and we are receptive to receiving the blessings, to receiving love, to receiving self-healing, all of that in for us. It's really, really nice. It's really nice, Libra. Look, and then you have the courageous peony, the pink peony oracle. What's up, girl? I see you. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen at the bottom of the deck. Remember, it's like you're playing all these reindeer games. You forgot that you were Rudolph. You forgot how special you are. But I hope that today we remembered. I hope we remembered, Libra. You are Rudolph. You are special. You are cinnamon, right? Abundant, prosperous, passionate, beautiful, balanced, harmonious. You can be all of those things because you are all of those things. You just have to want it enough for yourself to let yourself have it, right? It's I'm getting like Hocus Pocus, not Hocus Pocus. Halloween Town. Halloween Town is a movie, and there's a line in it where the granddaughter, the granddaughter is like, well, how do you make magic happen? Like, I don't understand. And the grandmother looks at her and she goes, you just have to want something and then let yourself have it. And that's you, Libra. You have to want yourself to be you, to be loving, to be open, to have fun, to spice it up a little bit, and then just let yourself have it. Just let yourself be seen for the beautiful peony that you are. And that takes courage. It does take courage. But you can't be courageous unless you're a little bit scared to begin with. So Libra, this is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And my mom, we are very blessed and happy to have you. Thank you, Mom, for being here with us. I love you guys so much. Thank you for investing time and energy into me and into the Beehive. I love to return that and invest the same time and energy into you guys. All the information that you should need from me will be in the description box. So my email for personals, all my social media, all the decks that I own are in there if you'd like to get them for yourself. Thank you guys for liking and sharing and subscribing and being here. I love you just to bits. Oodles and boodles every day in my life. I'm very grateful and blessed. So I love you so much, and I will see you very soon. Have a happy birthday, like that Stevie Wonder song. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay, I'm done. I love you. Goodbye.